Hey guys, Colton with Good Moral Tactical here with another review. This time we are going to be doing the Springfield Armory Echelon. This one has been my range gun for a while now. I probably about have 2,000 rounds through it. As you can see, it is empty, no magazine in it right now. So I currently have the large grip on the back strap. This does come with a few other back straps, which we'll talk about later in the review. This one does have the large. On top, I have a Hollow Sun 507 Comp Green. So other than the sight, everything is factory, and we have a Surefire X300 light to go with our QVO tactical holster, which I have been reviewing for a while since getting it, and we'll get into that a little bit on this review, but I'm gonna put a separate video just on the quality of the holster in a separate video. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and see how everything goes. All right guys, so we're gonna kind of go over the trigger pull reset and then some of the discussion that we were having with the grip for the Echelon here. So we'll go ahead and start with the trigger weight and reset. I'll go ahead and show that we are clear. We'll line that up with the trigger. And on that one, we got about a 4.5. Go ahead and rack it. Do test pull number 2. And we got about 5 pounds on that second try. Now we'll go ahead and show you what the trigger pull looks like. Very little take up. You're pretty much right at the wall as soon as you put your finger on the trigger. Very clean break. And there is the reset. Do that again. Trigger pull. Reset. Very, very smooth. Now, like I was saying earlier in the video, this has some customization when it has the back straps for changing on hand sizes and the grip that you want to have angle wise for it. I use the large grip just because of the size of my hands, and it gives me a little bit more of a pointed down angle whenever I am aiming this down range. I'm not a huge fan of their backstrap system though, and I'll kind of show you why. So in order to change your back straps, you do have to take off the slide, which we'll go ahead and do. And once you've taken the slide off, what you're gonna have to do is put your finger into the magazine well. There's a little tab that you have to click, and then you slide it down. There we have our large. And what is nice is sometimes you can't always tell what size it is, but they are marked on the bottom here. Get this to focus. I don't know if you can see that letter, but you'll see here on the back of it the way that they have it designed for the straps to fit. They have a indent area here for you to start the track by pushing down, and you have to slide the metal bar up into the back of the grip. Now, the reason I don't like it is because it has only one clip in order to keep it onto the firearm during the entire stage of shooting and everything like that, and you only have one box, even though there's another box down here where another tab could go for extra security. In my opinion, it could be for if you're trying to do a mag well on there for reloading. That's where the screw is going to go to kind of hold it in place, and that's why they decided not to put a tab there. Can't say for sure, but if you watch as I attempt to put this on, see this new track, put it in. It looks right now like the grip has already been put on. However, it still slides. And when I have used this in the past, I tried to do a concealed carry course with this, and I was using the medium at the time. The grip started to slide down and out of the firearm as I was using it during that course. Because even though it looks like it's lined up, you have to exert extra pressure until you hear that audible click. Unless you hear that audible click, you are not locked on this grip, and you have to exert quite a bit of force in order to get it to lock. And that's my case. Some other people may have it differently, but it's only using retention of force from this tab here. So if this gets pushed down too far and heated up to where it does not come back to a constant tension, I see these back straps failing. That is one of my major cons to this backstrap system. But otherwise, I do like the way that they are seamless to the stippling job, regardless of the size that you go with, and the fact that they are included for free when you buy the firearm. I just wish that there was a better locking mechanism for the back straps. Maybe they can change that with the second iteration of the Echelon, or just come out with a different frame for the cog system in order to kind of fix that. All right, guys, so same thing as last time. We're going to go ahead and do a few drills with this. We're going to do the same things that we've done in the first two videos that we had on the channel, where it's going to be 2 to the body, 1 to the head, and then 2 center, 2 left, 2 right. Run through that one first and just see how it goes. That was a 309 for those 3. $440 on those. All right, guys, so this time we're going to do a little bit different drill. This one's going to kind of be a throttle control, where we're going to do 1, 2, 3, reload, 2, 3, 4. So all in total is going to be 15 rounds. We're going to go ahead and use the shot timer, see how it goes. Got 1260 on that one. I think we can do better. $1071.
Ready.
All right, on this one, so we're going to do 2 all the way across, reload, and then headshots to each target. Go ahead and see how it goes. .55. All right, guys, so that's the end of our range day here with the Springfield Armory Echelon. A lot of pros to this for me personally, one of those being the factory stippling job that they give it. It has a very aggressive texture to it, which I really appreciate. It's really nice to have that directly out of the factory whenever I buy it versus having someone customize it for me and sending it away for that job to be done, or getting one of the types of sticky tapes or the toweling grips, handlets, anything like that, which are nice. Personally, just having this directly out of the box, huge win for me. When it comes to the trigger is really smooth and it has this nice 90-degree wall to it. I like having an internal safety to it compared to something like the SIG P320s, where they have the 90-degree triggers, but there's no internal safety to it, and they've had issues in the past where there have been negligent discharges due to that trigger not having something. And that is one of the big competitors for this firearm is the P320, because of where they put in the fire control unit inside of it to mimic that of the P320, which is something when I saw it advertised, I really liked the idea of it, and I thought it was going to be a really good competitor. However, they have yet to do anything with the fire control unit to really be considered a competitor in my eyes. With P320, they have gone all in on having those internal control units and being able to swap them out with grips. While you can remove this out of this grip, there isn't another grip that comes from Springfield Armory or from any other aftermarket manufacturers to give you something different than what comes with the Echelon right now. Big con when you compare it to what it's supposed to be trying to take on in the market, which is the P320, has huge aftermarket support and has a really, really big listing just from SIG and the options that they offer with it. And they have a customizer directly on the website. When you're able to customize it, Springfield, because there's no other grips available for the fire control unit, there's nothing that you're able to do other than what you see here directly from the factory. Now, you are able to get the threaded barrel out of the factory and add some compensators that are aftermarket, which are really nice. You can get some porting done, but outside of that, there's nothing that you can do with the grip. You're kind of stuck with it. So other than where it falls short in comparison to its competition with customizing it out of the factory, it does really well. I wish there was a little bit more weight to the front, which you can kind of fix with changing out the spring guide rod from the plastic one that's only 3 ounces to a stainless steel one that are around 34 grams, and that will help. I kind of have the light, which helps a little bit with the weight in the front, but I probably will upgrade this guide rod just to have a little bit more weight to the front of it for follow-up shots. Otherwise, really good firearm.